How are you going to do the introduction? You want to do the introduction or?
Title yet, but we can start. Let's concrete waves. We'll just stick with that and call it that.
Dude,
Hey,
I love Concrete Waves, man. I think it's a great name.
this is concrete waves. We're missing one of the key founders in Super Skate Squad.
Mhm.
Gang. We'll get into that in a bit. Maybe today's episode. Maybe a couple other episodes. I'm sure we'll talk about it a lot. But um, concrete waves. This is the podcast, and this is kind of who we are. Like it's not really a big thing. We're on the low level of the waves. We're riding little scoots.
Yeah.
And
We're
it
more
is,
towards the shore.
yeah, sure. We're kind of those. What are those little boards? Little dudes that do the boards on the
The
shore.
skim boards, yeah.
Skim boards. We're on the concrete waves, but skimboarding it. Yeah, I'm pumped.
Yeah. This is something that I think that we've talked about doing for, a long time.
Years, years.
Yeah. So I'm freaking excited, man. But it is upsetting, or not upsetting, but sad that AJ won't be here for this one. But apparently he may call,
Oh,
just to be
it
a part of it, maybe.
doesn't call before it's 9:24 p.m. Uh, Texas time, whatever that is, Central, I think.
Yeah.
He doesn't call by 9:50. I'll call him.
Okay. Yeah, that's worth a try.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think this is a good. This podcast, I believe, will just kind of explain, who we are, what we do. Concrete Waves by Super Skate Squad. You'll hear Super Skate Squad a lot because that's kind of like a name we gave ourselves after skating on the roof in the parking garage where we all lived at one point, and
I'm gonna take it
uh,
to just explain who we are, I think.
yeah, exactly. So we love skateboarding, and like, I mean, this whole podcast is going to be all about, we're probably going to review videos, just BS about just random stuff, and I think that
Damn, I
yeah, it'll be a lot of fun, man.
cussing for certain platforms, huh?
What'd you say?
I have to watch my cussing for certain platforms, huh?
I mean, I feel like,
I think
can you
that's
bleep them out?
you can, yes. I don't have the knowledge to review, but yeah, like I'm sure you could. Like I know that you can, but
Yeah.
sure for I think YouTube would be the big one that we'd have to worry about where
Uh,
fuck. And so please there.
yeah. So bleep there.
I opened the episode with like two of them.
I'm sure that those it's super easy to put a bleep over it, and I'm sure that like that's okay with. I know that's okay with YouTube.
Yeah, we just can't
Um,
monetize that episode or some shit.
yeah, something like that. So, but anyways, we're new to this. If you can't tell.
Yeah, yeah, very new. Thank you, fans that are watching. Dude, we should. Oh man, live stream would be dope. But whatever.
Dude, yes, later down the road for sure.
But yeah. So I guess let's get into it. Like how we. That was man. I wanted to write notes earlier, and I just like spent 2 hours on the phone with Lindsay before this. Shout out. Uh,
Priorities, man.
yeah. So so we wanted to talk about how we got to know each other, like how we met, and like how Super Skate Squad was kind of founded. And I think on my end, it was.
Yeah, tell your story. I'm very interested because
I
I've
think
heard.
that's how I met AJ, right? And then we came from there because it's like you, me, and AJ, which is like Aaron Calvin Jones. We're gonna throw
Yeah.
a government name out there, guy, because you're not on the episode. And we lived at U Trails in Lubbock, Texas, here in Lubbock, Texas, where we're at the moment, where I'm at the moment. Josh is out in
Springtown,
town outside Wichita Falls. Yeah.
Fort Worth.
Oh, you're what is that, like at 45 west, northwest?
Uh, I'm west of Fort Worth. I'm north of Weatherford.
Is it so? It's northwest though of Fort Worth or south
No, it's pretty much like directly west.
west? Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
nice. So I mean, damn, we got like it's only like 4 hours from Lubbock, no, right?
yeah. It's not bad. Not a bad drive. It's pretty actually.
Yeah, I guess if you don't make it regularly, if a
Yeah.
it'd be pretty. It's very pretty. Those
Yeah.
rolling flat plains. But
Rolling flat.
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
You made it. But anyway, um, I was living at U Trails. I moved to Lubbock in 14, maybe. I think it was 14. Lived at U Trails, University Trails, out here in Lubbock, and was looking for a weed dealer. Looking and he ended up living downstairs in Caddy Corner from me. Was the guy Jacob? I forget his last name, but Jacob. Will maybe not throw out so many
Yeah, I was
names.
about to say, yeah.
Jacob. We'll go with Jacob. Not his real name. AJ and I used to buy weed from this guy, and we'd all hang out together. And then Jacob was graduating, and to me, he said, "Hey, you should hang out with AJ when I leave. Like, you guys should be friends this summer, whatever. Hit it up." And then so I'm like, "All right, whatever." I invite AJ over because my roommate had left for the summer, and we're playing GTA and just getting high and hanging out. And then we started to skate. Like, I'd skated growing up my whole life, really kind of partially skated ollies and riding off a curb and shit like that. Nothing crazy, but like it always consistently like riding a board, kind of little carving here and there, and was I was always into it. And I mentioned it to AJ, and we like, if you remember, Josh, like if you've ever been to U Trails, there's like a courtyard where it's like a bench and then just like a brick like area and
Yeah.
rooftop, and then like to the left of it in the grass is one of those like cheap ass apartment complex grills.
Hmm.
And we would skate there and just do like ollies and like just try to figure out how to ollie, relearn how to ollie. Come to learn like later, Jacob said the same thing to AJ. He was like, "Hey, you should hang out with this kid Randall. Like you guys would be good friends." Like blah blah blah. And AJ will tell you the same story. It'll be crazy when we get him on because he has the same story where Jacob told him like you should hang out with Randall the same way he told me to hang out with
Dude,
AJ.
that's pretty sick, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh no way.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah.
Fun when he gets on one like on an episode because he has the same story. I remember I told him what Jacob said to me. He goes, "No fucking way." Like the same thing about you. But it took like a year. Like we were friends for like before the story came out, and then yeah, and then I think I was living with Natalie and started working in the office and here at the center, and you were working in the office, and
Hmm.
you were like the person that was going to train me. And the way I remember it was, I do my first shift, and you're like, "Yeah, dude, we fucking log packages and people coming for tours, and like I don't know how to give a tour."
Yeah.
And so I did the same thing for like 3 months. I was like, no one taught me to give a tour, so like I can't really give you a tour. Come back in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, and dude, that was so much fun. Like just working with you. It's so crazy to think that like we actually shared a job together. Like we worked together.
I worked with AJ too at Market Street. Like I worked with both of you.
Oh, I did. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, dude. I worked at Market Street for like 6 months. I worked with AJ way longer because I think you quit very quickly after we started working together. But
Yeah.
that first shift, I think I mentioned, I really do think it was the first shift. I mentioned like, oh,
Mhm.
after work, I'm gonna go skate on the roof with my buddy AJ, and you're like, oh, I skate too. And I don't know if you came up that first time, but and
Yeah, I
you
don't think I.
might have showed up that first time. I don't really remember, but like it was the first or second time you showed up, and
Yep.
fans did a kickflip, and we were like, AJ and I were like, what the fuck, dude? What is this? Why? AJ was like, why did you invite this guy? Like we don't know how to do this. Is trash. Like we're learning how to ollie. I still can't ollie over things.
Hey, we all go at our own pace, man. I think,
Like,
uh, yeah. So like on my end, uh, I grew up skateboarding. Gosh, I must have started when I was, I think I was in third or fourth grade.
how old are you?
Gosh, how old is that? Like 9 or 10?
Third grade would be 8. Fourth would be 9. Yeah.
It was fourth grade. I remember because I had a friend. His name is Bernard, and
Shout out.
yeah, he did not know how to skateboard, but he had a skateboard, and I just hopped on it one time while we were hanging out, and then just started going, and then started then, and then I had a couple other friends that were just big skaters in like middle school, and then that's when I really started getting into it was middle school uh, with my friend Stanton and my other friend Alec, and so we would all skate all the time. And they were like significantly better than me. Everyone was, and then that's what. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Like, and it was crazy to think like all these guys can do all these things, and like I stuck with it even though they like showed me up with like every trick. And that's the thing that I've noticed about the skating community is like everyone supports each other in like such a huge way. It's like, dude, you nailed that trick. That's freaking awesome. Like even though like even in skate competitions, like usually in any other sport, you're like, God dang it, I really don't want them to do well.
No, that's like not how I grew up watching skating. That wasn't the case
Yeah.
for sure. Like I remember growing up watching it and just being in love with it. Like all sports, I was in love with all sports because I was like, I need to become a professional athlete in some facet. But
Mm.
skating was one where it was like early on, or I guess like when we're growing up, right in the early 2000s, you're watching footage from like the late 90s and early 90s, and that's
Uh,
not the sentiment. It wasn't supportive of. I hope this guy hits this tray flip down El Toro or some shit, right? Like,
yeah.
I hope he eats shit. I hope he gets fucking hurt and can't skate again, so that I can. So that
Yeah.
so it's
Like,
interesting that like your mindset and the environment you were in learning it was supportive.
yeah, and it definitely was like every dude that I would skate with, like random guys on the street, like you don't know who they are, freaking supportive, and they'll even try to help you like land something. So like as I was growing up, I'm learning from all these different styles, and I started doing skate competitions and stuff like that, the Louisville Skate Park and all of that, and
You're in the same area and you were doing comps, and I was.
I mean, I will say, I mean, I never really did like fantastic during these competitions, but like eventually, life got a hold of me, and then like I quit skating because I joined the military and like all this stuff, and then hopped back into it
Passive.
pretty. I mean, pretty much as soon as we started hanging out. I hadn't skated for a long time. Like actually skated, like maybe hopped on a board every once in a while, but like to full blown like have a skate session. I mean, that was
So,
the first one in years.
so when did you like really stop? Like what age do you think? What year?
It was my
Yeah.
junior year in high school.
You graduated in 11, right?
I graduated in 11. Yeah, so 2010.
And then didn't hop on a board again until like you, me, and AJ were on the roof here at
Yep.
which
What year was that,
14, maybe 15, probably 15.
dude? What?
Yeah.
Holy crap!
I graduated in 12, moved here in 14, and then lived with Natalie. Yeah, so it was 15. It was summer of 15.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's crazy. I didn't realize it was that long ago.
Yeah, we were friends for longer than the gap you took from skating.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Dude, my mind is literally blown right now.
There's like some, God, no, I have to watch what I say. I was about to go wild.
and then okay, so now okay, I'll go into the portion where I actually like met you. So the first time,
Because I have a funny story that you had told me that I'd like to say, but do yours.
oh, how do we do this? Because I'm really curious on what that story is. I forgot.
So I think we had been friends. It might have. I don't think you actually told me this story until AJ was living with you and Steph at
Mhm.
what was that place called?
The cottages.
Cottages. That's right. Where it was like a bunch of houses. Like it was like a
Yeah.
neighborhood for college kids off the loop.
Mhm.
Sick place. I remember I had my handlebar mustache. My big memory
Yeah.
was handlebar mustache, and I cooked that pork loin in the fire.
Oh, dude.
And then you and AJ like walked behind me as I was like macking on this girl because you'd never seen me talk to a girl before because I was
Oh,
with
yeah.
you the whole time.
Yeah.
I remember AJ telling me that after the fact was you guys were like just so interested in seeing me talk to a woman. So I just didn't do it. I was like, I don't give a fuck about girls right now. Is when
Yeah.
the story was, you told me after we started working together and we did the little skate sesh the one time, like I was walking outside the building and you and Steph were walking Hagrid and you were behind me, or maybe you were behind me and you said something and then didn't like talking shit about me essentially, but like didn't realize that I was there and then realized I was there, but I had headphones in, so I didn't hear you. And you were like, "Oh fuck!" And then you realized I had headphones in, so I didn't hear you.
Yes.
Yeah, you remember?
Yeah. I do remember that. Yeah,
Wait,
because
hold it to me.
dude, like the first time I ever saw you, you were at Subway.
Yeah, it actually might have been before I worked there. Now that you say that, yeah.
Yes, yeah, because no, as soon as we started working together, like and like we actually spoke and had a conversation, like dude, right off the bat, I was like, okay,
I
this
think
dude's
that was
sick.
the I
Like,
was like a dick to you at Subway or something. That's right.
yes, yeah, yeah, it was at Subway, and you had like
Fuck that Subway, dude. I was so unhappy at that bitch. Managed that.
I could so tell too. Like I had like ordered my sandwich or something, and dude, you were like done with it, man. You were.
Sorry, Josh. It wasn't you.
I know. I get it. But yeah, like it was so funny because you were right in front of us. And I was like, that's the freaking like penis wrinkle from Subway. Like I freaking
That's how
hate
you
this
told me
dude.
the story, actually, too. You called me a penis wrinkle.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
And then literally as soon as we started talking, like when we started working together, it was like I had forgotten all about that man. Like
I'm gonna go skate.
yeah, yeah.
Skateboarding?
So yeah, that's kind of the story how we all like
Oh,
came
so
together.
what's your side though? Like you worked in the office, but like how did that come to be? Because that's very far off from what you're doing now. Like I'm still in that industry, you know?
Yeah.
That was kind of the beginning of who I am now and what I do now.
Which is a cool thing. I think that it's that you found joy in it, and that dude, you've like advanced so far in that industry, man. Like a total respect to you. I mean, because that industry is no joke. Like,
You're one of yeah, you're one of the few people that would understand it for sure because you did do it for a bit.
yeah, I think I worked there for gosh. I mean, we were so broke, like broke. I
Yeah.
mean, I remember the first night that we were because we had moved to Lubbock because Stephanie, my wife, she got accepted to Texas Tech.
My wife.
Yeah, my wife. This is my wife. She got accepted to Texas Tech for PR. Yes, and which is awesome. And we got there and we were so broke. Holy crap! We were eating like, gosh, I remember we had to pretty much have our parents pay for our food for the first week or two, just so that we could survive. And so I was trying to find a way to get cheaper rent, and the only way was working at the office. And luckily, thank God, uh, they were hiring. So
Yeah, same. I mean, I was managing that Subway, living with Natalie, and we weren't even really struggling. I wasn't in school that semester, and so like when I wasn't at Subway, which was like I was working full time at Subway, which is crazy, but
yeah.
a lot of free time in your day, and she was 15 hours in school kind of thing, like 15 credit hours and inter sorority and this and that and blah blah. So she had full days all the time, and I'd be at home like at our apartment just chilling, like doing nothing with my time. And she was like, "Hey, I just got this text because they had sent out a text. The center sent out a text saying we're hiring, and she had sent it to like forwarded it to me and was like, "Go do this. We'll get 20% off her rent, and then it's like it'll give you more shit to do." And I was like, "All right, whatever.
Mm.
It's more money. It's money off our rent, whatever." I go down, I do my interview. I still have the same shirt that I wore, and it doesn't fit now, but nice lavender long sleeve button up.
Oh yeah.
I do the interview with Alexandra. Remember her?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I do.
She hired me, the leasing manager, or she didn't hire me. She said, "We'll call you." And then I went to go do my shift at Subway. She's like, "We'll call you in a couple days." And I go to do my shift. I'm in my shift like 15 minutes, and she calls, or the center calls. I recognize the number because it's like where I live. So I step out back into the alley, like in the alley on Broadway. Which, if you're from Lubbock, you know Broadway is our fucking bar street.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, "Hey, you have the job. When can you start?" And I was like, "All right, blah blah, this and that." Boom, job, 20% off the rent. And I was like, "Ah, cool." Like we get 20% off the rent. And then I talked to Natalie when I get home. I'm like, "Yeah, I got the job, this and that." She's like, "All right, let me call my dad." And she calls her dad, and we go on speaker. And he's like, "Well," because her dad was paying her half of our rent because he was
Oh, okay.
well off. He's well off, so he paid for everything for her. It's like I'm paying rent, she's not paying rent.
Yeah.
At the time, I think our one bedroom large flat was $900.
Mm-hmm.
She's pretty.
Dude, what I would do to freaking pay that now?
I'm
My
paying,
gosh.
I'm paying like 1,400 for the same one with the loft at the same complex. Like I'm still here, just out the loft now. But your dad was like, "No, no, no, you get the 20%. It's your." So I was paying 30% of the rent at that point. So I was paying like $200. It was so
Man,
jobs when we started skating. Like I'm working two jobs and paying $200 a minute. Like it was ridiculous. I couldn't imagine.
dude.
So that was the situation I was in when we started skating. Was like, oh, I have so much money and like so much money. It was nice for like a fucking 25, 24 year old, however
Oh
old.
yeah, dude.
But what are we talking? 15, right? So 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 23. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was nice. And then we started skating on the roof and we started fucking drinking. Dude, started.
Yeah.
I remember Natalie came up with Luna one time and we were fucking chugging 40s.
Mm-hmm.
That
Dude.
was that was crazy. Like, so you guys were out here and like you got the job here because you just needed like any kind of help on the rent.
Oh yeah.
Was,
Yeah, man.
was you not going to school at Tech, or were you at Full Sail then, or
I was at Full Sail University then, so all my classes were online. Uh, Sixth school, absolutely love it. One class a month, it was awesome.
I remember being in sculpture class in high school and we had a rep come out from Full Sail and try and like sell us on it.
Really,
I thought it was sick, but I was just like, it's like 80K a year or something.
dude? Yeah, it's pretty pricey.
But it for what you
Mhm.
wanted, like it was I think the best school you could go to because
Oh
that
my gosh,
even
yeah.
like I fucking could barely get the Zoom call going.
I mean, this industry is like I don't know. Uh, you kind of have to spend money to make money in the video industry is what I'm in. So, uh, I now I'm a media director for a water tank construction company. So, I just
I
manage all the media. I take it. I do drone work. In fact, I literally, dude, I just got my license in the mail. It's like a full blown unmanned aircraft.
Yeah, because you have to have a license for a certain amount of weights, like or for a certain weighted flying object. Yeah,
Yeah, yep.
I'm aware of that. I know that actually. I know.
See, you're a tech guy.
I know a little bit. Like to fly drones, there's a weight of a drone where you do have to be a licensed flight, um,
Yeah,
not attendant, but
yeah,
you pilot.
yeah. It's a pilot. I mean, it's the test was unnecessarily hard to get the license. I'll say that much.
The fact you had to take a test is stupid. Fuck you.
I had to read charts, man.
That's so dumb for like weather.
Like yeah, I mean there was weather involvement in the stuff, but like the charts was more so like airspace, like class A, B, like all this stuff.
Like a driver's license where you're like, oh, I can drive a big rig or I can drive a regular car
Yeah,
based on the weight of the drone and stuff.
yeah. So that's the industry I'm in. Going to that school definitely helped me for sure.
Absolutely, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
knowing you and like, I didn't at the time, like, honestly, dude, I didn't know you went to Full Sail until like a year ago. You know that,
Oh,
right?
really?
I didn't know. I thought you were like at Tech online.
Ah,
Saying Tech is crazy at Texas Tech because Tech is so, we have to say Texas Tech. It's just
there's so many techs out there.
like, red thumbs up, baby. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, I thought you were a Tech the whole time, like online doing your thing. I didn't know you were Full Sail until like a year ago, dude. Like,
Wow.
never said it. Don't act like wow. You definitely never said that.
Yeah, you're right.
Never mentioned you were at Full Sail or taking classes at Full Sail. Like you were in class, you were doing school. Like I was very aware of that.
Yeah, I never really like even talked about it
No,
ever.
you didn't really ever.
Yeah.
I just honestly, you had mentioned you were in school, and then I just assumed you were in school forever going forward. When you were done, I was like, yeah, he's in school. Like
Yeah.
my boy's taking classes. Like
Oh man. Yeah, dude. So, I mean, I think where we're at now, um, I'm sad that we live in separate places because we can't skate as much and hang out.
you moved back as I left.
Yes, dude.
You were in like Idaho and fucking everywhere for a minute, and then I
Yeah.
went back to Lubbock, and so now I'm here with AJ, and you're back there. So it's like if I'd stayed there, it'd been us in a close proximity for sure,
Yeah. Yeah.
55 minutes, and then AJ's out here. And AJ, no disrespect, because I know you'll watch this at some point, but
Yeah.
you've never come out there to see us.
Uh, yeah. I mean, it's a far drive. I mean,
So
you
you
got to commit
4
some
hours,
time to it.
you is you not really to you. Like 4 hours is nothing. Going to where he is in Anna, you're talking like closer to 7.
Yeah, that is on the other side of
You have
DFW, right?
to go through the Metroplex and then north. Because like Lindsay is in Blue Ridge, and Blue Ridge and Anna like touch, and that's like 30 minutes south of Durant, Oklahoma.
Ah,
That's kind of
yeah.
you're like, oh, it's so. For those of you that might hop into this podcast at a late stage and don't understand how big Texas is, I'm in Lubbock, Texas. I'm 4 hours, 4 hours and 30 minutes with a gas stop, which isn't. I don't need it, but it's a safe thing to do.
Yeah.
See my
Because
boy.
there's nothing in between.
You're gonna go 180 miles of fucking rolling flat plains. That's what I'm gonna say.
Yes.
With windmills, which are a waste of energy. But
That's a different subject.
yeah, 4.5 hours to see my boy. Then you got
Yeah.
an hour 15 to the heart of Dallas, right? Heart of DFW. And then you got another 3 hours to Arkansas.
Yeah.
Look, if you were to go back the other direction from me, it's still 3 hours to is it New Mexico that we touched?
Yeah.
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 Yes. It's people don't understand. Like,
Yeah, I mean, dude, like I hopped on a plane from Dallas Love Field to El Paso, and it was like a 3.5 hour flight. It was like 3 or 3.5 hour flight.
no way. Do you
Dude,
have a
I'm not joking. I'm pretty sure it was multiple hours.
bro? I because you can fly from Lubbock to DF. You can fly from Lubbock to Love Field in 55 minutes.
What? No.
I've done it. I've done it a dozen times.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna,
look it up right now. I go on your Southwest app.
I'm on the Southwest app.
I know that's what it is because we live in Texas. It's Southwest. Yeah, like the
Dallas Love Field
airline.
to,
No, it's not. Oh yeah, Dallas Upfield. Sorry, I thought you were going on.
yeah, El Paso, because that's
I've never
where
done
the
that.
flight was.
I know Dallas to Lubbock is 55 minutes. I've done it a dozen times. It's crazy.
Okay, this is okay. It must have been I must have had to stop because the first one I saw, because I was about to get like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, see, I'm right. The
No,
first one I saw was one stop in Houston for
dollars
5 hours.
Cisco. That
Yeah,
was
that's true. The first one I see is one stop in Houston, and the total
no,
time spent is 5 hours.
you can find us straight through.
Yep, there it is, nonstop, 2 hours. It's still a 2 hour flight, and Dallas isn't on the complete other side. There's still like a chunk.
I'm on Josh's side, fans. 2 hours to fly from Dallas to El Paso, Texas is insane. Because, like you said, it's not even the other side. You're not flying from one end to one end.
Yeah,
Like I'd love to see like I don't know. I'm sure Texarkana has an airport, but to
yeah,
get it to El Paso,
yeah. It's probably 2.5 hours.
oh no, it's
Is
probably
what?
three. It's probably 3 to 3.5. I bet it's three. It's definitely three,
Yeah,
minimum three. But that's
yeah.
crazy. That it takes 3 hours to fly across our state.
Yeah, like you get in the plane, you fly for multiple hours, you land, you're in the
We're just
same
talking airtime.
state.
We're just talking airtime.
Yeah, yeah,
I went to Hawaii. I went to Hawaii. Had a stop in San Fran, and no, yeah, San Fran. I was in San Francisco for 45 minutes. So I'm like, oh, I've never been to California. I don't count that. I've never been to
yeah.
that doesn't count. And it was like 8 hours total to go from Love Field to Hawaii with the 45-minute layover in Sacramento. So
That's crazy,
and,
dude.
yeah, I'm saying, dude, it's like
You crossed a freaking ocean, dude.
yes, across an ocean, and went to. I'm saying it's crazy. Like, what's your memory of that first like skate sesh on the roof?
Oh man, that first skate session. Well, I thought
Really remember
first off, I was ecstatic to get back on a board.
that?
And after taking a break, and a lot of you guys like out there skating and stuff, if you've ever taken a break and like hopped back on it,
And
I
talking like 1 or 2 months, years.
yeah, years. And I don't know what it is, but as soon as you get back on a board, it like all comes back. It like I mean the
It's like
memories that you have.
it's not.
What?
It's like a bicycle, but it's not. Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
like oh, I know how to push and kind of maneuver, but like the rest of it is it's so much muscle memory in your legs because there's so many muscles that you use in skating that you don't use for anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the truth. Like and most of you guys like I mean you think like oh I love skateboarding and then you take the break and that doesn't necessarily mean you don't love skateboarding anymore like that just life gets a hold of you a bunch of stuff happens then at the moment you get back on a board and this is what I was thinking the first time we started skating was as soon as I got on that board I instantly felt that love for skateboard again and not only that I instantly knew after just like hanging out with you guys that first session that this was going to be a lifelong thing. I mean, this is
That's so sick because it was kind of the same when I did it with AJ first, but when it might not have been our first session together, but like maybe two or three in, like when you guys started to gap those boards
oh yeah,
down on the grip side, like they were laid down grip side and you were gapping boards. I was
uh-huh.
like, oh dude, we're in. Like this is like we're friends now. Like this is
Yeah, yeah,
like we're about to do this as much as we can.
yeah.
Yeah, like it was and it became bad with AJ and I. but but it was just like, oh man, I was so excited. You can hear it in my voice. There's a clip where I think you eat shit trying
uh-huh.
you don't eat shit, but like I know you know what I'm talking about. When you try to gap 3 or 4 boards laying
Yep.
the grip side down, and I'm like, oh my god, you got that on recording or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I was so excited because I was like, we're filming, we're skating, like this is like we're skaters. Like this is what we do now. Like this
Yeah.
that's the end of it. Like where there's nothing else in the
And
world.
it's so much fun, man. It is so much fun. I've never ever got on a skateboard and thought like and not enjoyed myself. Like even if I'm just like cruising somewhere, it's still enjoyable.
Yeah, there are moments where like I even to this day where I hop on, I don't really want to do this, you know.
Yeah.
And then like two, three, four, five, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes in, I'm just like, how did I ever think that? Like, I'm having so much fun right now.
Right? And the fact that like I mean the personality, like all three of our personalities,
Drastic.
uh, dude, they just like they mesh, man, perfectly.
All right, let's we have like 2 minutes. Let's just end this one and start a fresh one.
Okay, yeah, I'll call you right back.
Say, I don't know if you end it in a certain way or what, but
Let me think about this.
that's why I was like
Um,
minutes. So like let's figure it out. Hey,
yeah,
that's listening to the first podcast. We should keep all of this in there. We're learning. We have no idea what we're doing.
yeah,
Uh, Josh knows the most, and he is at like a 69% right
yeah, yeah. I'm definitely not even close to 100 right now.
now. we're all
uh,
we're all learning, and by we're all, I'm like it's the two of us, and I'm doing nothing but talking and hitting steps. So
well, yeah. I mean, that's what podcasts are, I guess.
this man's a superhero. You guys don't know anything.
Aw, don't
He's
make me blush.
I don't know that you could, you ginger bastard.
Oh my gosh.
I was rude.
Okay.
Sorry to our ginger fans. Josh is a day walker.
I'm
He's like my brother.
Aw, thanks.
He's a real skater.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, my brother's a real skater. Let's get him.
Let's get that straight. Yeah.
Yeah, this man has a quarter pipe in his backyard that he built himself.
We'll have to like put like a photo of that or something in the video portion. Oh, by the way, to all the people listening, we
You're
will
like,
also be uploading the because we're filming this also, so we're gonna upload this over to YouTube also. If you ever want to, if
you
you
have
have downtime and want to watch it.
30 seconds left in this clip. I don't know if you see it up in the top. It says less than a minute.
Oh, less than 1 minute. Crap. Hold on. I gotta figure out what to do here. I think I mean, I think I
Like
can
20
just
seconds.
pause it and then call again.
It's like we're at 20-second stops.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the recording and then call you back. One of the segments that I believe we are going to be doing a lot of through this podcast, and I think this is it's going to be a little hard to do it over audio, but I think we have a plan for people who are curious on how are we going to listen to a video. Um, so we're gonna kind of timestamp it, like we're gonna watch through videos, and when we see something, we'll either have like a link to it to the video in the description or something like that, so you can kind of follow along. But this is we're not going to explain this every single time we freaking do this. It's just because it's the first episode. But
Maybe two more times after
yeah,
this.
yeah, that's true. So we'll
They-
link to it. We'll timestamp it whenever we see something freaking crazy or something. We'll be like, yeah, if you want to see what we're talking about, 2 minutes 15 seconds. Yeah,
But with this one, I think because I've watched this. Sorry, fans, I've watched this. These are my boys. I watched it post this video, pre this video, pre this video, and
yeah,
personally, I to any of the Bleach guys that end up watching this at some point, I apologize, but I just wasn't super excited with this video. But I'm glad that you're doing consistent content because that's what's necessary in
uh-huh.
skateboarding and making skate videos is consistent content. So like 1, 2, 3 videos a year is what's needed to stay relevant. This one just I didn't think it was sick. I didn't think it was as sick as your last two videos. It's still sick. So Josh,
Yeah.
I'm sure there's gonna be clips where like, holy shit, that's crazy. Because I also felt that way, but at the same time, like I know a lot of these guys, so
Uh-huh.
like I don't like I know you can do
And
better.
yeah, and I think that maybe from my perspective, I might be a little bit more surprised, but it's really cool that you actually know these guys. I mean, Bleach is who we're talking about, and
Been
you've
repping Bleach our entire friendship.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you've skated with these guys, right? I mean,
Dated with a couple of them, two in this video, uh, Zach McBride and then Tony Gomez. Keegan's not in this film, but if you go back to the last two, I've skated with Keegan, who's in the last two, and like we said in the last video, or I don't think we actually mentioned it. It was like in our getting ready clip.
yeah,
Tony was named by Thrasher in the Spike video, the King of Dallas.
That's such a huge title. Like that's freaking crazy.
In the last 3 minutes, so this is where I get hype on it, and I wanted this to be a clip of, or like a video, a part of the video was Tony is the last 3 minutes of this video. It's a 14-minute
Wow,
video, and Tony's the last 3 minutes, and he has a couple clips in the scattered part of the first 11, the last three,
man.
and so I'm like, I'm repping routine right now. Like routine's a part of Bleach, like so.
That's so cool. I mean, and it's pretty like it's rare to be able to say like, yeah, this team like these even a couple of the guys like I've skated with these guys. And dude, you know what's freaking crazy?
And
I
I'm
was.
trash, so like,
It's still so cool to say, dude. I noticed this last time I was playing Skater XL.
yeah,
Bleach stuff is in Skater XL.
it's not. No
It
fucking.
is. I'm not joking.
Uh,
I'm not joking. Like whenever you go and when you play Skater XL for anybody out there, when you play it, there's downloadable content like different
no
maps.
way.
Dude, I can literally show you. I noticed this last time we freaking when I played it. Yeah, and so you can download maps. You can download like different types of shoes and stuff
Yeah,
like that. But I want to say it's boards, and they say Bleach on them, and it's like a set of like seven different boards.
that's wild because they don't have decks yet.
Yeah, I want to say it's something that just has Bleach on it, and it's 100% like these guys. It's Bleach
Yeah,
stuff.
they're. I mean, they're not comparable to anybody in the industry. They're
Yeah.
very much Bleach is Bleach. Like I think one of my favorites is like the desk I'm sitting at right now is full of stickers, but like one of my favorite like pieces of merch they have is a shirt that says "God hates Bleach," and it's just amazing.
Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into this.
We gotta do a nice like 1, 2, 3 click on this.
Okay, yeah. Let's do one, two, three, start.
Okay,
All right.
I'd be like half a second ahead of you.
Yeah.
Unmuted. It's not. All right, there we go.
Okay. Okay, so in my book at the beginning of this, that's already pretty sick.
The nose mani switch and the blood on his chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Riding.
Oh, a little firecracker down, huh?
I don't know. I don't know this guy. This is a big one with this video. Is like it's one of the first ones where I don't know a lot of the guys because
Yeah.
I haven't been there in a minute.
That's smooth. I mean,
There's a lot of weird tricks. Like you're gonna see a lot of stuff where it's just like that right there.
dude, yeah, the Smith to like a wall ride.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit like that. And like that's the same kid right there with the hair. So that's how you know the video is like it's been time.
Yeah.
It's all Dallas. That's my
I can tell. That's a very Dallas building. He just did that on.
that wall ride to like gap to little fucking wall ride.
Yep.
That
Dude, okay,
dude,
pause it.
I'm in
Okay.
19 seconds.
I'm exactly at 1 minute and 19 seconds, and that is the end of the trick
Yo,
that I want to talk
the
about.
wall ride up the fucking electrical box and then hand shove out.
Dude, that is insane. Okay, so at 1 minute and 14 seconds, he is prepping for this trick. And by the way, this video that we're referencing to, I didn't even freaking start this off like this.
Yeah, we
For
did this poorly.
for club use only.
Is by Bleach USA.
Yeah, and I mean it was uploaded 2 days ago. Whenever we're
So
watching
yeah,
this,
so it's probably within the hour of 48 hours.
yeah, yeah. And so 1 minute and 14 seconds. Do you know who this guy is?
Nope. I
No. Did they
nope.
even put his name on it or anything?
At the end of the video, they have everyone's names and it goes very fast. And there's about 32 different skaters in this video.
Wow.
But
Okay.
this kid and the kid with the blood on his chest in the very beginning, like the beginning of the video is what I noticed because I've only seen it the one time. Have heavy clips, and then it's like different skater, different skater, different skater, different skater every clip, and then the last like 4 minutes is like 1 minute it's a couple skaters, and then the last 3 minutes is Tony.
Okay. Okay.
Uh, but Keegan is not in this at all, which is a big thing for me to notate because Keegan and Tony are two of the like the biggest names in Bleach because they both have major sponsorships.
Really?
Like Keegan's sponsored by Vans
Phew.
and and Tony's sponsored by Independent.
I mean, that's pretty. That's about as big as you can get. I mean.
So and Keegan was in the last two videos in 2021. And this is the first video of 2022, right? Like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
This is Bleach's like 2023 boom drop bang. Like here's our first vid.
Yeah. And I mean, so far so freaking good. I mean, 1 minute and 14 seconds. We see this
Crazy.
dude a
He's a
wall
yeah
ride up the electrical box with what? What would
with
you
a
call
hand
that,
shove. With a hand shove is what I would call it.
dude? Is it front or backside?
I don't know. Who cares? He grabs it with his hand
Yeah.
and shoves it himself. He's like,
That
maybe my feet can't do the job. Let me grab it with my hand and shove the
that is
spit.
a dude. The height that he gets too. I mean,
It's a wall ride. It's a wall ride off this little like concrete block. And if you look, are you still paused at 114?
yeah,
Like look back on it on that concrete piece. It doesn't. That was built after. You know what I mean? Like you can
yeah.
see it separates from the ground the whole way.
Dude, that's crazy.
Like he's behind like a Walmart or some shit.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
this is the background of a fucking market street. All right. Let's hit this, and then
Yeah, let's keep going. Okay, ready? I'm at 119. Ready? One, two, three.
wait. What?
What?
You're at 119?
Yeah, because I thought you went to 119.
No, I'm at 114 still.
Oh, okay.
We're about to. We got to rewatch our guy and
Okay.
look at
I'm
last.
now at 114.
All right, one, two, three.
All right. Dude, such a beautiful trick.
Insane. And you know what I noticed in a lot of this stuff is like a lot of guys are wearing like not a lot, but like that was sick. And
Yeah.
this is a big part. Like this is a huge piece in Dallas right here. But a lot of guys are wearing like Nike Dunks.
That's crazy.
You'll start to notice it that I pointed out my boy. I forget. I don't remember his name, but I've me and that
Ooh.
cocaine a couple times.
DJ.
I'm not
Oh,
sure who this bald guy is. I don't know who he is at all.
I
It's
mean,
so funny because like if you look, he's wearing like he's holding a slipper in his hand.
he's
He does this. Like I think that's like a varial underflip or some shit. And
yeah,
then
that
he
was freaking crazy. I mean,
that's a sick spot though.
yeah,
Bro, you see that? Where he
yes,
fucking he tags the cone.
dude. Oh, I love it. Oh
Yeah,
my gosh, I
seven,
freaking love
eight.
it.
Front side flip in the baggy pants, fucking classic 2004 Andrew Rim.
Yeah, it's very
I don't,
Tiago.
I don't know that guy either. But then like the dude, the security guard hyping them up.
That's awesome. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Pause that real quick.
Are we
Pause
going back
that.
on that one?
What'd you say?
We're going back on that. I think it was 2 minutes 41 seconds.
Yeah,
Right.
2 minutes and 41 seconds. Okay, when I saw this, first thing I noticed, his feet. Literally, like, he catches the board halfway down.
Is this a nollie heel?
I'm pretty sure
Now that I have it paused, I'm like, is this a nollie heel?
it is a nollie heel. He does a nollie heel down a one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight stair.
Yeah, it's a nollie heel. I just
Nollie
reread.
heel down an eight stair, and his back foot catch, like both of his feet, I'm pretty sure leave the board at one side at like one point, and he catches it.
Yep, both feet. Yep. And they catch
Dude,
up at the same fucking time.
yeah,
All
that's
right,
clean.
pull it back to 239.
239. Ready? One, two. 3.
And then here he goes again, and yep, Nolly heel. I watched this before. I didn't realize it was Nolly. And
Yeah.
then security guard again with another guy hyping up, and the that guy that was in the sleeveless shirt, phew, another Nolly heel with a slow flip on it though. So I don't know if you saw in that quick glimpse after the first Nolly heel was a guy in a sleeveless shirt with blonde hair,
Yeah.
and that's Greg. He Greg was this is Big Cat in the LA hat right here. This is Big Cat.
Okay. Nice.
Tail slide. That's Tony. That's the King of Dallas.
Whoa.
Yo, they abuse this spot right here. That's that
Really?
line. Yeah,
I mean, it's a 6 spot.
yeah.
He comes out with a massive stick.
He just comes out of the. That's Jacob Ravelli. He does most of their filming.
Oh, cool.
Bro. What a smooth transition that bomb was, though.
I know.
You usually see something like what a weird staircase that is. His feet never left the board on
Dude.
180. Like, dude, if you want to go back on that one, I like that's.
Yeah. Now that you say that,
I think I'm at 359, so that's not it. It's got a 355. Go back to 350.
yep, I'm at 355 right now. I'm watching this again.
And then it's
Dude.
8 is when it happens. That's a
Yeah.
60. I didn't even realize that's a 360.
That is yeah, 360, but it's like it's as if it's filmed in slow mo,
His
but it's
like
not slow mo.
never leave the board.
That was beautiful. Well done.
I think it is just a 180, but I
Is
thought
it?
it's so
No,
when he
it's
did.
a. Oh, is it a
Oh,
180?
it is a 360. Shit,
Yeah, dude, that's a 360.
so crazy.
All right, I'm gonna start at 4 minutes.
All right, that's all right. Ready? One, two, three. Boom. I was also at 4 minutes.
Okay.
That's Stickman is what his name is. That black dude.
Okay. That was clean.
Yeah. I don't.
Gosh.
I've been trying to figure out what that spot they're in. I'm like, is that like an empty? It's like an empty pool. There's Tony. That's Tony.
Yeah, what is that? It's like a.
When
Oh
she's
god.
bored, when I saw this, I was like, AJ would love this. That's a GX 1000 board.
Dude, that's awesome.
AJ would love that shit. Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's got to be like a water,
It's
like
like a
a
splash pad or something.
yeah. It's crazy. I,
Yeah, that was smooth.
I was like, oh, is this the end of the video? And then it was like the halfway point. Not even.
Okay, there was like a little slide as he was doing the.
You saw the nose many shove up a curb.
Yep.
My nose many guy. And look, there's Tony again with the long hair, and then you see Greg. He's got the cut off sleeves with the tattoos. Greg used to skate for DC and Fallen.
Really?
Yeah, Greg was like a he's gone through some shit, drugs and whatnot.
Uh,
Look at that, dude, right there.
dude, what?
I just paused it.
I did
That
too.
hippie jump. When I watched that for the first time, that's really when I got into the video. It took until now for me the first time I watched it to get into the video, and I was like, dude,
Dude, the hippie jump bomb down that freaking
fire!
stick.
And then it was like a front shove, firecracker, 3 steps, hippie jump to the bomb. Like it's it's not really a line, but it's a line, you
But
know?
yeah, and it's something like this kind of stuff. Like it's creative. You know, you've seen all these skate videos where it's like you see a rail next to a staircase. Chances are they're going down the stairs or they're going down the rail. But you would never expect. Oh, like what the heck is he about to do? He's just riding down the stairs. Boom! Hippie
Yeah.
jump.
I was
Bomb.
like, I was gonna pop and fucking board slide or something. This
Yeah.
like, all right, let's run it back to 522.
522. Okay, I'm there.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah.
What was that? That was like a dolly kick,
Yeah.
firecracker three, hippie flip, or a fucking
Hippie jump.
and
Oh,
then
and
just
then a solid ollie at
yeah,
the.
little skirt. This guy, I thought he was on a skateboard, and then they fucking zoom out, and I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, dude.
Dude, the tray down that was so nice.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
What?
over it, and you saw the rails like heavy fucking like uh,
Yeah.
locked. I love this is all the Metroplex, dude. This rail
That rail is literally the sketchiest one you can imagine.
so dope. It's just
Nice tip
like
or nice front.
in music and skating and everything. Dallas is so disrespected.
Yeah.
No one is like Dallas. Oh yeah.
That would hurt. Dude, the
Oh,
transition, a front crook
that's sick,
transition.
bro. The fucking pick, the nose pick.
My gosh.
You know what's crazy is that was switch.
That was switch.
Yeah,
That pop that kid has, man.
damn.
He's
Look at
pulling
that.
it.
Look at this on the highway.
This is literally, I'm telling you right now, that is the most AJ trick that you could
Bro,
probably think of.
you see that? Hold on. Go back to 655.
655.
And then
After the AJ trick of
yeah,
being on the side of a highway, almost getting run over by a car, and
yeah,
then
so
bombing.
he's coming down. And then watch the next trick because it's so quick you miss it.
Okay.
Always a little
Dude, the catch he has off the wall ride.
I think you're a little ahead of me, but yeah,
Okay, I'm at 705 right now.
seven. You're at 705.
Yep.
You have it paused.
I have pause now.
And, okay, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that catch off that, like that
That
fucking
was freaking smooth, man.
that little tap. You see a
Yeah.
little tap on the box, like it's just so crazy. Like
The precision you gotta have, man.
these guys, it's just like they're not like they're pro, but they're not pro. You know what I mean? Like they're bleach.
Yep.
They're bleach. Look at this. Just crazy. And then just like a
Man.
bomb into the highway and we're like outside Tarrant County.
Yeah. Dude, the pop that he has.
So crazy. Up a rail.
Oh my gosh.
Like
He's not even going that fast.
no, and the boys are just in the background chilling. Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
going fast. Like
Bro, if
Dallas
I saw any of this, like, I would freak out.
Dallas skaters are so disrespected. It's
Yeah. Dude,
wow.
he could have
Yeah,
gone down like a 20 stair.
yeah, dude, gap. And then the next clip, it's like he could have gone over Spider-Man, but it's just like a next to for the shot.
Yeah.
It's so annoying because I'm like, you guys are fucking rolls down a 5 stair. And then that's Greg. That's a guy that used to skate for Fallen in DC.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a fuck up. Like, sorry, internet. I forgot we were making a podcast for a minute. Greg, sorry, bud. You're a fuck up a bit. The first time I hung out with him, he tried to fight me.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, he tried to fight me at like a random ass bar.
Dude, that's so sick. I will say their merch is actually pretty fire. Like I like a
Oh,
lot of their
that
stuff.
spot right there, that little ollie on to the blacktop and then 180 off that's a JFK memorial
I
downtown.
was about to say I've literally been there like plenty of times.
Yeah,
JFK
I
Memorial.
worked I worked a block from there when I worked at the house.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he did a ollie 180 off. The JFK Memorial.
I feel like that's illegal. So
Oh, it is. Yeah, you're definitely
yeah,
the fucking skate on that, dude. That
that was clean.
you're gonna piss. Such a skate video, dude. I fucking love it. So sick. You have
The
Mr.
guy
Egg.
does not look like a skater by any means.
Oh, he looks like Mr. Eggman.
Dude, my gosh, that pop, man. These guys have some serious height.
That dude, that ollie to Manny to ollie to nose Manny, like 180 to nose Manny. Dude, this right here, this little scene in this parking garage reminds me of Skate 3.
Yeah, dude, yeah.
Oh yeah. And then here's where Tony starts. There's like the rest of the videos, Tony.
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
Tony's crazy. Like Tony's so good. You see his hair. You notice the hair changes. Like that's
Yeah.
I only know it because of like our videos where like my hair changes. That's why I feel like I know it. Bro, look at
Slam.
the shoulder where like the shirt is gone and it's just skin.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
And then here, it's not there. So he landed it, right? Before the last clip. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. Yeah.
You look like his shirt's fine, everything's fine. So he went for it again.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Other people don't notice shit like that, like skate like
Yeah. Honestly, didn't realize that he was literally going off of like pretty much a roof.
yeah, same. Until the like second time watching it, and I'm like, oh, that's a roof. So he's regular. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Tony's wild, dude.
Love it. Oh my gosh, what?
Yeah.
I thought the trick was over and he just
Oh,
went down.
nose kick into the pit, frontside flip on flat.
Dude, yes. That
He's
line.
crazy, dude. Tony's crazy. It's just disrespectful. Like he
Dude, that's a solid spot right there.
he could easily be so much bigger than he is, and it's crazy. Everyone on this video
Yeah, I mean these are like
so much bigger than they are.
these are like
Frontside
pro
flips
levels.
right there, like
Yeah.
it's just crazy. They're just like Dallas, like Bleach. You know what I mean? Oh
Yeah.
shit, it's Keegan. I didn't even realize that was Keegan. That's Keegan.
Hey Keegan. That was a sick line. Nice. Love the flip out.
Saying, dude, that was gnarly. The little dude wall rides, like no one does wall rides.
No. There's a
It's,
lot of wall rides in this.
yeah, I'm saying because Dallas just has shit like that.
Yeah. Dude, what?
That's crazy. I think I'm like 1 second behind you, but yeah. Look, here's a
That
good one. That's Tony also.
oh wow,
See
his
his hair?
hair.
Yeah. This is the ender.
Love it.
It's not crazy. You're just like, oh shit. And then yeah, everyone thrown in.
Dude, okay. We just reached the end of the video and I thought I think there's a couple different thoughts that I have. So first off, I think from my perspective, I think this is a sick video, man. I think being able to see all these skaters do like skate Dallas and seeing like actually a couple of spots that I saw that I'm like I've walked past that spot before.
Vegas.
Yeah, like this is like stomping grounds for me, and this is for us, and like just being able to see it like skated like well by somebody is so sick. And like now next time I'm gonna pass that spot and be like, dude, like being able to see a spot in person is so different from seeing it on film. Okay, because then you can like really gauge how far these tricks are and like how well they're done. And I mean the team, is pretty freaking good. So I don't know if I were to rank this out of. Well, here's also like the other end of this is if I view it from like a pro level, like compare it to other pro skaters and all of that. I think it's good. Um, I don't know if I would classify it as like a top 10, video of like pro uh, level skating,
Yeah,
but
sure.
still solid video. I mean, just from the first, this is the first time I've seen it. I would give it like a 7.
That's a wildly high rating.
Yeah, 6 or 7.
When you didn't even hear the audio, that's the craziest part too. Is like music plays a big part in
Yeah,
videos too. So
yeah.
yeah, it's there. If you watch Slugbug, I think no, it's either Spike or Slugbug by Bleach. Like one of the last two before this. There's
Uh,
this crazy Russian song. It's bro, and when I say like crazy Russian, I mean like crazy Russian.
that's freaking awesome.
I think it has to be Spike because Spike's like a full length film, so it's like 30 to 40 minutes, and like
Wow.
10 minutes is like I was about to pretend to do a Russian song. It would be way Russian. It's
Dude.
it's so Russian. You're just like, okay. Guys went that way. I was not.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, this was freaking awesome. I think that this is a first episode well done, in my opinion. I think that,
We
you
covered
know,
a lot of stuff. History, did a skate video.
yeah, I mean, we kind of went through who we are, how we met, how much we love skating, and, what this podcast is going to, kind of what we're going to talk about, what we're going to cover. And, like, I think that, as we go on, we're going to add certain things, like I'm already thinking, like, we could go back to our old videos or, like, we could
Yeah,
like even do like games and stuff with like certain videos and like
there's
other skate things. So
episode per one of our videos for sure.
yeah, yeah.
By
So
the
I
way, guys, gals, trans, whatever you want to identify as, cows and pigs and whatever, we have skate videos.
yes.
It's we have videos where we skate, and most of it is me saying, "Oh my gosh" or "Wow," like Owen Wilson, and Josh films most of it, and both of us fuck up our balls. Very nice.
Yeah.
He has two daughters, so his balls work just nice. We'll see how mine. In
To be determined. Yeah, we do have some skate videos out there. Be our guest. It's on our channel. It's going to be on the same channel that we upload the video portion of this podcast on. So, uh, yeah, I mean, this is it, man. This is episode 1 of Concrete Waves by Super Skate Squad in the books.
we have 5 minutes left. Hold on, let me try and call AJ one more time.
Yeah, let's try.
Uh,
Come on, AJ.
ooh,
We miss you, buddy.
same. Not
Ah,
looking positive.
no.
So sad.
Episode 1.
One more time. Oh,
One more time, but this time, if he doesn't answer, at least put his voicemail up to the so we can hear his voice.
we're gonna leave the funniest voicemail. that he'll never listen to.
No.
Darren, I'll call you back as soon as I can. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, AJ, for being on. Oh, wait.
When you have finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Go.
Hey, AJ, we miss you, and we appreciate you being on the podcast. We got to hear your voice, and it was beautiful, like an angel.
This is podcast 1. You weren't here, but we got your voice through the voicemail. So just don't die and make it to the next one.
Yeah.
Love you.
Love you, man. Yeah. No pressure now.
Right. Just don't die before next Sunday.
Yeah. I think that's usually the goal for like every week, but. All right, everyone. Well, thank you for tuning in. This will be on pretty much everywhere you can get a podcast. The Spotify, Apple, you name it. It'll be on there. It'll also be on YouTube. Subscribe, like, all that jazz, whatever every other YouTuber says.
Wait. We have 3 minutes left. Hey, go out there, get yourself a buzz ball. And, this is how we're gonna end every episode. Fuck, I can't open it. It's too tight.
A buzzball? I don't even have one of those, man. I didn't get the memo.
Yeah, I created this memo. Next week we'll all be on the same page. But a regular thing. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I think that's it. This is a good tradition. Yeah, there you go. I'll drink. I'll be. Oh, dude, you're like chugging it, man. I could just say a buzzball's in this, and
Get out there, get yourself a buzz ball. Sponsor us, Buzzball.
yeah.
We'd love it.
Cheers.
Yeah.